Alright, here I am at the split that I made. I'm going to give these numbers. I'm going to start giving these numbers. We're going to call this hive number 3. We're going to call this hive number 3 now. I'm going to actually write numbers on the fronts of them so we know what they are. This is hive number 3 now. I'm not going to talk about the fact that I made a split anymore because it's just too much information. So this is hive number 3. I just smoked the entrance. I'm going to smoke under the lid, the telescopic lid. They know I'm coming. I put a spacer there so that they could have a little bit of ventilation. This week has been very, very hot. This past week, it's been over 85. Thankfully, I haven't had Formic Pro on any of the hives. But now the temperature is going to drop a little bit to be in the low 80s to upper 70s for the next while. So these girls are going to get a Formic Pro treatment as well. Okay, there's a lot of bees in here. That's awesome. Again, there's a queen excluder here, so there is a box where the queen is not. So this top box won't have a queen in it. Let's take a look to see how much honey we think there is in it. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames are ones that I put in that were not drawn out. So are they working on them? That's the question. Have they put any kind of stores in there? So again, they've drawn some honeycomb out. This is the outside frame. The other side, which is the inner side, they're already putting nectar in there, so that's good. No beetles. I'm going to put that frame to one side. Next frame was one that I believe I bought up from below, which had stores on it already. Yeah, this is a lot heavier, and it's full nectar on this side. You might be able to see it glistening in the sunshine. This side too is full nectar. There's a beetle. Let's get that beetle. And it's gone. Beetle no more. Okay. Put that back in there. And we'll pull out the next one. Again, another one that I put in that had nothing on it. I would have added some wax to it, but they are drawing out comb on it beautifully. Starting to backfill it with nectar. This side is fully drawn out. I'm sure they'll draw it out a bit more, but it's got nectar going in all the cells. That's looking real good. Now this next frame is another one that I bought up from below, which would have had some capped honey on it, and that's the reason I bought it up, was so that maybe, oh, this one's a real heavy frame. Oh yeah, it's a lot heavier. That's heavier than the last one. Look at that honey. And all nectar. Nectar at the bottom, honey at the top. Not evenly drawn out, but that's alright. The next frame will be thinner honeycomb because this is so thick. I see a lot of nectar there. That's if they get this filled out and capped, I'd be really pleased. Because like I say, it's September 1st. Normally I've already collected honey, and I haven't seen a single fully capped frame in 2 of the hives yet. This one or the previous one, again drawing out comb from just a waxed frame that I put in. and they've drawn it out beautifully. They're starting to backfill it with some nectar. No signs of any beetles or problems. No eggs there, so I'm pretty certain the queen is below, which is where she should be. And this is another frame that was brought up from below. A lot of nectar. There's some space there where they haven't drawn comb out, but they've obviously used the wax that was there and brought it into the center, and perhaps they won't draw that comb out because there's nothing on there to draw, but that's okay. It's all nectar that I see that's there. And the next frame, again, one that I put in, checkerboarded, nothing but a little bit of wax in the frame. They've drawn out comb on that beautifully. And the other side too, they're starting to put nectar in there. No eggs, no queen, that's good. Maybe I answered my own question that I asked in a previous video. Somebody had commented that they don't checkerboard their honey, they checkerboard frames in the brood so that the bees are forced to draw it out faster. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that is the case. Okay, so there's honey and nectar there. Some open cells on the outside. Looks good. And this side is the same. Keep my eye out for pests. I don't see any problems here right now. Touch wood. Touch wood. Don't speak too soon, Rob. This is what I meant by doing a good inspection, of seeing there's a beetle. And it's dead. That's got rid of that beetle. I can't stand those things. Absolutely horrible. Okay, that's a frame with honeycomb on it. And then this outside frame is an older frame brought up from below. And it's got honey on it. Yep, it's pretty heavy. Not too heavy, but as you can see, there's a lot of space there. There is honey in there. There's lots of honey, lots of nectar in there, so they're doing fine with that. Bees look very healthy. I haven't been feeding these bees, although I have had an open feeder, which I know a lot of guys will say don't do that, but I'm concerned more about the bees than the honey right now. It's just where I am, making sure. I want to make sure they're healthy. I want to see frames like this. There's nothing on there, but there's a beetle. Ah, come on. Come on, beetle. Where'd it go? There it is. A lot of bees in the way. Squished beetle. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see frames like that. So if feeding them helps them, then that's what I will do. That is the top box above the queen excluder. So I'm going to remove this now, and we're going to get down into the brood. See what we can see in the brood chambers. And there's 2 brood chambers. That's pretty heavy. Oh yeah, it's good and heavy. Good and heavy. A lot of bees all over here. Now when I did this the other week to the one hive, I noticed there was a lot of dead drone bees at the top. Almost like they're killing them, they're dying, I don't really know what's going on here. They're all trying to get rid of this one bee here. Well, I'll help you out, guys. Another dead bee. I think, yeah, well, bees die when you're doing an inspection. Plus they die in the hive anyway. If you can get them out, help them out, that's fine. I don't think you really need to, because these girls are strong. They got lots of bees in here. A really good sign. Oh, alright, there's the queen excluder off. Make sure she's not on there. No, I don't see her there. These girls are being very, very gentle. A little bit of smoke on the top just to entice them to go down. We'll take this outside frame off. Yeah, I should get my J-hook. You're absolutely right, bud. I should try and find it. J-hooks are the way to go. Okay, again, this was a frame that had nothing on it, just a little bit of beeswax that I painted on. And now they've drawn all this out. They're starting to put honey in there. There's a drone right here. Oh, he just flew off. There's a few drones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These guys do not have stingers. You want practice picking bees up? Pick a drone up. They don't make honey. They do not make honey. They don't sting. All they do is draw honey. They eat honey from the hive until they're not needed anymore. Then they get kicked out, which is coming up real soon. Probably a lot of them already have got kicked out, but still quite a few in it. Oh my goodness, you should see the next frame of brood. This is all eggs. There's my queen. Stop recording. There is the queen of hive number 3. We're calling it hive number 3 now. But there she is. Again, she's not marked. I would have marked her at some point, but somehow that mark is gone. She's on her own there. Look at her. Look at the length of her butt. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, there's eggs in this frame in all the cells. Every cell has got an egg. So she's looking to move on from this frame. So I'm going to put her back in. She's going to want to move on. Probably going to want to move up, because this next frame, oh my goodness, look at this. She's in the top box. Look at all of that brood. Now that's a green queen from 2024. Full of eggs, larvae, and open larvae and brood. I'm going to put this back because she's going to probably go down, I think. This next frame. Wow. There's the hive tool stuck to my glove because I'm covered in propolis. You guys wash your gloves. What do you do with your gloves when they get super sticky? Leave a comment in the section in the comments if you can tell me what you guys do with your gloves when they get so bad. Look at all that brood. Oh my goodness, they're about to explode. This is all worker brood. There's no drone brood. They're no doubt they're all winter physiology bees. I don't see any problems with any pests, just the one beetle, which is now gone. So these two frames have got brood on. What happens next? That's the question. how much brood do we have? Oh, it's stuck in there good. Another really good frame of brood. White foundation's hard to see eggs, so I'm not sure. I think there's probably eggs in there, but I can't really see. And this side too. That's a lot of really good. Oh, that's a lot of brood. Oh wow, this is fantastic. Still some drones in there. Little cup on the bottom there, little cup on the bottom there, and there. You don't want to do anything crazy, girls. There is a row of drones on the bottom. One little queen cup there, but it's empty. Single row of drones. You never know, you might need one. Put them back in there. So there's brood. Three full frames. Each side. That's 6 sides. That's probably a minimum of 6,000 bees. That would be my guess. If I can get this one up. This one's stuck in there pretty good. Oh yeah. There it is. Okay, so that's 3 frames of brood. Larvae, open larvae and eggs on this frame. And drone brood on the bottom. That's what was sticking it all together. Drone brood on the bottom. I'm going to remove that. We don't need it. Because now the drones are kind of out of their cocoons. That's not good. We don't need them in the hive. Just going to make a mess. Yeah, between frames they do put drone brood. That's all eggs and larvae in there in the middle. So I'm going to consider that as the 4th frame of new bees to be. I got 1 bee buzzing me. Probably because I just knocked this frame. This one's heavy. Yep, that's heavy. That's all honey and nectar. That's a real heavy frame. That side is all honey and nectar. Open cells at the bottom. I'm not taking it though. I'm not taking it. That's for these girls to have for the winter. The next frame is a frame that was one that I put in that had nothing on it, just a little bit of wax. And that is now all honey and a little bit of nectar at the bottom. It's not very thick because the previous frame had a lot of honey. Very thick frame. This is a full frame of honeycomb with nothing on it. So she has space to lay there. And the next frame too. Lots of space. New honeycomb, a little bit of nectar, no eggs. And then the last frame, which is an old one bought up, is it's all I would say mostly pollen, a little bit of nectar, a lot of pollen, which they need. They need that pollen. I'm going to bring that one in. and put this frame to the outside. Yeah, we've looked in the honey super and we looked in the top brood box, and now we're going to look in the bottom brood box. Again, as much as anything, we want to make sure things are looking good, which by the looks of this top box, they're looking great. They made some drone brood on top of this plastic foundation frame, or the plastic frame I should say. So a little bit of smoke, try and get them off of the drone brood, and then I'll take it, remove it for them. Now this is the stuff that I melt down for wax to add to foundation. Okay, let's work our way through these frames now, see what we got. See what we got. Okay, this one's fairly light. I'm expecting just some honey and nectar and pollen. There you go. Lots of drones on this frame. A lot of drones on this frame. This side is open cells, drones, and some honeybees, some female bees, worker bees I should say. I'll put that to one side. Not concerned about that. There's no brood on it, no eggs on it. So it's pretty warm. The sun's out. It's in the low 80s. I would say maybe 80 degrees today, something like that. This frame is all pollen. A little bit of brood there on the left, on this side over here, and a little bit of brood this side, a little bit brood too, and no eggs, but there's brood, a little bit of nectar and a little bit of honey in the corners, and pollen. Quite a lot of drones on there too. So they're going to be getting evicted probably within a month, I would think. Well, there's no more being born. This is the frame that had the queen cell on, which is our current queen. And I see queen cells down there now. What's that all about? So nice frame of brood, open larvae. I don't see eggs, do I? I don't really see eggs. Okay, so let's have a look at these here. What's going on, girls? So this is a queen cup. Three queen cups. I'll remove them. The rest of that is just a little bit of excess comb, not too worried about that. Now these queen cells, they're not charged. They're not charged, there's no eggs in them. So it's just for practice. So that's okay. They can practice all they want. Just don't swarm on me, girls. I got a feeling this coming spring is going to be chaos. Because I know the spring of 2024 was pretty chaotic for me. I had a swarm. I had a lot of swarm cells. I did splits. I did everything I possibly think I could have done. There's a beetle. Now, as David Burns. Come on, get to the edge. Get to the edge. That's where I want you. This one's a fast one. Got it. Have to destroy a little bit of comb to get to that beetle because it was very quick. It wasn't hanging around for anybody. So we've had a few beetles, but not too many. I would say none to really be concerned about. What's more concerning would if I see maggots in frames, which thankfully I haven't seen yet. Hopefully I don't. Right, what's going on in this frame? Okay, so this is a medium frame, so that whole bottom section is all drone comb, and they've put drones there. She's laid drones in all of those because she'll measure the size of the comb, and if it's a larger comb, she'll lay a drone egg. Basically an egg that isn't fertile, and it will become a male bee. Now there's male bees on this frame up here as well by my thumb, and then on the other side over here there's some worker brood, and this side too there's quite a bit of drone brood there. What I could do probably is remove all of that bottom section and just throw it in the freezer, or just get rid of it. I don't think I need it this late in the year. What I could do, but I'm not going to, because I love my bees. I even love the boy bees, the girl bees. Okay, I need a bit of smoke. Come on girls, move down, move down. Okay. It's been quite a year. Been quite the year, 2024. Okay, what do we have here? We have worker brood. A little bit of drone brood. Worker brood and a little bit of drone brood. I don't really see eggs, although there could be. No, I don't see eggs there. But yep, that's okay. No signs of any problems. It occurred to me the other day that I've got 14 boxes of bees. That's 14 hive bodies, all deep hive bodies. That's 140 frames. That's a lot of bees. That's a lot of frames to inspect. I don't know how you guys do it when you've got 20, 30 hives. I really don't. And then each hive could be multiple bodies of hives. Okay, nice frame of honey. Lots of drones there. Those drones have got to go. That's all pollen, all different colors of pollen. Look at that, it's beautiful. Open comb. That's all open comb. And that's all honey and nectar. And then there's a frame there with nothing on it. And then this outside frame. What's on this outside frame? Nothing. It is nothing on that side. Empty comb on this side. So couple of beetles I'm seeing on the sidewall. Oh, you snuck away. Okay, I'm going to leave the bees to deal with you. And then this frame, they're starting to get mad, they're starting to get annoyed. Although they are not buzzing me at all. Okay. A little bit of smoke, get down, get inside the hive, girls. Oh, queen, I believe, is in this box. Queen's in that box. Queen excluder. Honey super. This is the entrance of that hive. There's a few bees dragging dead bees out. They're busy. They're fanning. And a lot of bees flying around the entrance, but they're making sure that nobody's getting in that shouldn't be getting in.